To change the fluid and filter in your automatic transmission, you will need to safely raise and support the vehicle. Please see the link at the end of this video for additional assistance. You will need to drain the old fluid from two locations on the transmission. In this view, looking from under the rear of the car, you'll see the main drain plug, yellow arrow, near the rear. It's on the transmission pan on the right side, and the drain plug located in the torque converter, red arrow, but the plug is not visible in this picture. In order to access the drain plug in the torque converter, you'll need to rotate the engine until the plug is accessible through the window in the bell housing. The easiest way is to place a 27mm socket on the front crankshaft pulley, red arrow, and turn the motor over until the plug is visible in the window. You'll need to remove the front splash shield as well as the fan shroud. Again, please see the link at the end of this video for additional assistance with those projects. With the engine rotated so that the drain plug is accessible through the lower opening, use a 5mm Allen and remove the plug as indicated by the red arrow. Have a container ready to catch the fluid and so you can measure the amount that drains out. Also, always dispose of old fluids according to the regulations where you live. Never pour it in the street or ground. Fluid will run and drip down the converter and bell housing and out the drain hole in the bottom of the bell housing, so be prepared for it. Remove the 5mm Allen plug on the pan as indicated by the red arrow. Again, have a container ready to catch the fluid, yellow arrow, so you can measure the amount that drains. The transmission has a very narrow tolerance for the level of fluid in it, and it is a good idea to add as much clean new fluid when you begin refilling as you drained old fluid out. Replace the crush washers on the bolts and reinsert them. There is going to be fluid left in the pan when you remove it, and you do not want it spilling out of an open drain plug. Squeeze a plastic clip on the hose that runs down the left side of the transmission, red arrow, and remove it from the supporting bracket, yellow arrow. Depending on whether your transmission has been serviced before, there may be additional zip ties attaching the cables to the transmission. Remove them if they are present. Remove the 6 13mm bolts holding the transmission pan, red arrows, 3 shown. It is a good idea to leave 2 bolts, one on each corner, until you are ready to remove the pan. Even with draining, there will be a surprising amount of fluid still in the pan. Place a hand on the pan and remove the final 2 bolts, and then lower the pan carefully. Measure the amount of fluid left in the pan. Carefully pour the fluid into your catch container and inspect the pan for any metal shavings or pieces. A small amount of micro shavings can be normal. You should not find any pieces or metal buildup in the pan. Red arrow. Carefully clean the pan with a lint-free cloth. A thick rubber gasket hooks onto the pan on both sides. Carefully lift it up on the hooks to remove the old gasket and clip the new one in place when installing the new gasket. Red arrow. Remove the 3 Phillips head screws that hold the filter in place. Red arrow. The filter will be full of fluid, so use care when removing it. Remove the old filter from the transmission and inspect it for any metal. The new filter will have 2 gaskets where it meets the transmission. Make sure to remove the old gaskets from their ports, red arrows, before installing the new filter. Locate the automatic transmission filler hole near the firewall on the passenger side of the engine. You'll notice a plug in the top of the tube that reads, MB Workshop Only. You'll need to remove this plug to continue. You can just barely move the red release lever inside the plug with a small screwdriver, green arrow. Once the release is free, just pull the plug up and out of the tube. Now fill the transmission with 5 quarts of Mercedes-Benz branded transmission fluid. It is critical that you use the original MBZ fluid in this application. Safely run the car through all the gears to circulate the fluid through the transmission. Check the dipstick tool for the transmission. You will see two gradients on it. One level shows the transmission level at 25 degrees Celsius and the other at 80 degrees Celsius. The idea here is that you want to check the level of the fluid at two different temperatures. As the temperature of the fluid increases, the level will rise. The 25 degree mark, green arrow, is supposed to indicate a cold fluid level, while the 80 degree mark, purple arrow, is with the transmission fully warmed up. Now start the car with the wheels off the ground and run it at idle through reverse, drive, and all other gears for 30 seconds each to circulate the fluid already in the transmission. With the engine still running, place the dipstick tool in the tube and push it in as far as it will go. Keep in mind that it will not go all the way down to the handle. You will need to monitor the temperature of the fluid as the car warms up. For this task, an infrared pyrometer is an invaluable tool. This tool allows you to point a laser beam at any given object and see its temperature. In this case, you would want to set the tool to Celsius and point it at the transmission pan until it reads roughly 80 degrees Celsius. This will take a while. At this point, pull the dipstick out and read the level. If the level is correct, it will read between the lines for the 80 degree gradient on the dipstick. If it does not register, add more fluid until it does. You'll need to have the engine running and the transmission in park as you do this. Keep in mind that you will need to circulate the fluid between each time you fill by running the transmission through the gears. Once done, put the car back in park and recheck the level. It's a time-consuming process and you want to make sure that you get it just right. The fluid level must be correct or you can cause damage to the transmission. This photo illustrates what the dipstick tool should look like at the correct fluid level at 80 degrees Celsius, green arrow. As you can see here, the fluid level comes up and over both sets of the marks on the tool, indicating the fluid level is correct. You want to aim for in between the marks on the upper 80 degree gradient. In this picture, we're just a tad on the high side. Thanks for watching. Click here to view the original article along with hundreds of other DIY content for your car.